What is going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. How are you? How's the week going? It's a little odd for me, if we're being honest. We just got back from the Wisconsin Dells today, so it feels like my Sunday, but it's a Tuesday, which is an okay thing. But if you wonder why I've been kind of away from the social media sphere for the last couple days, that's why. I've had some stuff posted or scheduled to post. It'd post, and then I was swimming with my kiddo. So I haven't really been around my phone a ton. I did post about the Gary news, and that was pretty much about it. So um yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's check in, see who's here's with see who's here with us. We got Tully, who says he's ready for redemption tonight. I sure hope so, Tully. I sure hope so, my friend. Last week was a pretty rocky game for both you and Kirby. Let's get this shared here. We got my guy Rob over at GBP Daily. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Swag Coda, good to see you. Joshua saying, is the offense going to show up tonight? I sure hope so. Alex the Rebel saying no. About let me know who's watching. Ron, good to see you, my friend. Bounce back game tonight for you as well. Hopefully your receivers learned how to catch over the last week. Thomas, good to see you as always, my friend. Yeah, Dakota, let me know. What do you want to change to? Let me know quick, and I'll update you. I'll have to like tweak a name, but just let me know what you want to be. Patrick, checking in, our Hall of Famer. Good to see you as always, man. While we're waiting on Dakota to let me know what he is wanting to do for position, here is that giveaway link. If it's your first time watching, if you're new here, fill that out for me just one time throughout the show. And then later on, towards the end of the show, we will draw a winner. And let's see here. I'm going to post it multiple times throughout the episode, but only enter in once, please, for me. Thank you. All right. Wide receiver, it is Dakota. Let's get you in here. You're going to be behind. I updated Kirby a little bit. I was a little bit tired of him being number 14. I thought that was a little weird. So I put him in there. All right. You are now this guy. Let's edit him quick. Looks just like you, Dakota. So it'll go well. Swag Coda. Anyone else watching want to be a player in here? Let me know and I'll throw you in. And then we're going to make it Meds. All right. 82 is not a good wide receiver number, in my opinion. I'm not sure about 84. Is 80 going to be available? 81. I'm going to go, oh boy, I'm going to go 88. That's a pretty solid number. Ooh, we got Casey in here. Casey, I feel like you got to be defense. So we're going to throw you in at a defensive position here. This guy's a good fit for you. This is a stud player, Casey. If I've ever seen a stud player, this is the guy. And that's you, all right, Casey. You're stud all the way through. All right. Get these going here. Number 69. All right. Let's see what we can do, Casey. I don't know what our numbers are, and I don't want to spend a ton of time throwing it in here, but let's see what we got. All right, sweet. You got it, man. You got it. All right, let's get going. I don't see anyone else jumping in here. Jay says, watching on and off, we have tornadoes here again. Jay, where are you at? We have some crazy weather coming in right now. It's been thundering and stuff like that here. So I definitely understand that. Stay safe, man. Stay safe. Dakota said, reminds me of the year where you could upload your photo. I know 2K used to do that, where you could do the uploads, which was always fun. But here we go, guys. Oh shoot, Rob. I'll have to get you for next time, man. I'm sorry. I just now saw you saying put me in. I'll get you for next time, Rob. Let me know what position you want to do, and I'll get you added for next week. Feel free to drop some questions if you want. We're going to be just talking free agency news. I'm not 100% up on everything, to be honest with you, with me being in the Dells for the last couple days. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I just wasn't really paying attention to my phone. Um, I obviously saw some of the Packers stuff after the fact. I saw Gary getting traded away. We cut Elton, which was really no surprise. Nothing too crazy happening as far as our moves, but still news nonetheless. The really crazy news that just happened right before we went here was the fact that the Ravens backed out of the deal with Max Crosby. I don't know if something came up on their like I don't know, their physical or what have you that caused them to back out, or what the story was there. I haven't seen what happened there yet, but still pretty crazy to see that deal fall through. The bigger note is that if Dallas wanted to, because that Gary deal is not officially done, they could back out of the trade with the Packers for Gary, and if they wanted to go pursue Max and needed the extra capital. But it really is a domino effect across the entire thing, right? Because you have the Raiders who have signed contracts or made offers on contracts that might not be able to honor them now unless they offload Max. So it kind of is a whole ordeal for them. But let's see here. I got some questions here. Joshua says, "Would you have traded Love for 3 first-round picks if we still had Willis?" Oh boy, I don't know that. I don't know that having Willis. I don't know that I would trade Love for 3 first round. I don't know. That's such a hard predicament. I think it depends where you're trading him to. I don't know. Willis is tough because obviously he's really had a lot of success for us, um, but also at the same time, it's on a small sample size. So I know a lot of people are really high on Willis, but it's also one of those things that we just don't know the full story of Willis yet. Matt Flynn came in 2010, had some phenomenal games with the Packers, some phenomenal games, and then proceeded to, um, get a big contract with the Seahawks and ended up getting cut shortly thereafter because of the fact that he just didn't perform as well as Russell Wilson. And it was the right decision by the Seahawks. All right, Ron, we're taking this. Ron's got the wheel. Should we hurdle? Oh, I didn't hit it fast enough, I guess. Um, Rob says, Malik Willis, do you think he'll succeed in Miami? I hope and think he does. But it's a small sample size, have me nervous if I'm a Dolphins fan. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even see your question. I'm already kind of rambling on it. I think there's a lot of upside there. Oh, MJ's taking this. We're short. All right. It could be Tully's time to shine. I think the sample size is so small that it's such a hard thing to be confident about. He could be great, no doubt about it. He could be great. Let's see if we can't get Kirby out here, get that Kirby connection. Money. Look at that. We're starting out strong, guys. We're starting out strong. We started out strong last week as well, and then it kind of fizzled out from there. We got Dakota playing 2 positions. He's also our kicker because I didn't take him off that. I'm remote connecting, so my kicks, the timing of it's weird if it's your first time watching. So kicks are really tough for me down here because my Xbox is on upstairs and there's always like a fraction of a second delay for everything. So it really makes it difficult. But yeah, I think it's a super small sample size and that would make me concerned. But he's a baller. He does a lot of good things. But I remember when we got him from Tennessee, all the Tennessee fans are like, "Oh, good luck with that guy. He's a turnover machine. He's not going to amount to anything." So, and the fact that he's going to play for a defensive minded head coach would also make me concerned. If you're playing with like a strong offensive coach, then it's one thing. Oh God, they're going to take this. Oh, my angles are great. Oh, at least Patrick's there to save the day. But yeah, I think that would be concerning for me. Kirby says 40 million for 35 passes. That's wild. It's still interesting to me the amount of people that act like the dude is like leaps and bounds better than Jordan Love off such a small sample size. And dude's a baller. He makes plays. But I remember when we lost to the Bears in the playoffs. I remember there's a lot of comments about people that were like, well, Malik would have gotten it done. And it's like Malik played them 2 weeks prior and had a worse performance against them. So I remember the same kind of conversation being had. Oh, Casey almost had him, gave up a touchdown. Not good, not good. I remember the same conversations on a smaller scale with the Matt Flynn, Aaron Rodgers debacle of like, we could have Matt Flynn for so much cheaper than Rodgers, and he's just as good. So, people are always going to have the conversations. Chad says, burning hot question. Speaking of failed physicals, would the Packers still be here today if they decided not to continue with the trade for Brett Favre since he initially failed his physical? Great question. It's an interesting, you're talking about butterfly effects. Yeah, man, that's tough because the Packers in that early 90s roster had some really incredible quarterbacks in their quarterback rooms. They had Favre, they had Kurt Warner at one time, Ty Detmer, they had Matt Hasselbeck. They had a lot of talent. So I think Holmgren is also incredibly good at developing quarterbacks. So I don't know. I don't know if they would have done it, if they would have overrode the physicians or the doctors. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm making that corner. Oof, not a good start. That was on me. I probably had a better look. I panicked. All right. But I love that. I love that hypothetical question, Tully, because it is one of those things that, the Tony Mandrich draft, like, is such a big butterfly effect, but that whole Favre, oh boy, maybe we still do have Rich as our special teams coach. I didn't think so after we had a big return last week, but maybe we still do. All right, defense, time to buckle down. Patrick nearly saved the touchdown, only for the defense to give it up. Boy, we're getting sliced and diced here. Someone, Scott says Crosby is available. We need to pursue him. I think it sounds good on paper, but we can't afford. Maybe they can get crafty with it, but I don't think we could afford Max Crosby, Micah Parsons, and Jordan Love. I just don't think that the money's there to be able to do that. So it sounds cool on paper, just like having a run defense in Madden would sound cool. But in reality, it just doesn't seem to be the case. Our entire team would probably be those three, and then it'd be like me playing cornerback, which would be as successful as it sounds. Dude, we are just getting sliced here. We're getting sliced. Our defense is going to need to show up, or our offense is going to be needing to show up better than last week if we're gonna get this done, especially if our defense can't stop them. They're just slicing us on the ground. They're running backs really fast. And if it's your first time watching, we are in the year 2049. So it none of these players are people that we know. And that's why Casey's on the board with a sack. Attaboy. That's why I like to throw people that are watching in, because we don't know the players anyways. It doesn't matter. Joshua says, what's your favorite place to get ice cream? I would assume you mean in Green Bay, Joshua. Oh my, we're just getting torched. All right, we need a Matt Flynn type game here. What is my favorite place to get ice cream? Boy, that's tough. I don't know that Green Bay has like too many like legit ice cream places that I've been to. Not like ice cream. Zesties, I really like their custard, but that's not ice cream. So I'm a big Zesties guy. I love going to Zesties. Check their flavor forecast often. I think their flavor forecast is is what it's called. But yeah, we check to see what their flavor of the day is every single day. More so on the weekends, I should say. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we generally will check what their flavor of the day is. Oh, MJ, get some space here. But that's not ice cream. And then I also love Sarah's Artisan Gelato. Once again, not ice cream. So I don't know that there's an ice cream place that's like a legit ice cream place here. Ooh, we cannot not pick this up, right? We are gonna do a fullback run. These are pretty much good for a yard at least, right? So I don't know if I have like an ice cream place. I don't know if you're getting that crafty with it where you're like, oh, it's got to be ice cream. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we got stuff there. Whew. All right, let's trust this defense. We're almost to the 2-minute warning. We're gonna get the ball back at halftime. It's not an ideal spot, but we've been in worse situations. I have no reason to trust this defense, but we're gonna trust the defense tonight. Boy, we can't even tackle. It's not not a good sign. Great questions, guys. I appreciate you dropping them my way. I think it always makes it a little fun to have some conversation going. Rhonda says, "Hello, Ben. Hope you had a great day. Hope we play good tonight, better than us getting rid of all of our players yesterday and today." Yeah, the nice part is, Rhonda, I don't think anything that happened in the last 48 hours was surprising. If you've been kind of paying attention to what was going to happen or what was potentially going to happen as far as money wise. The one that kind of surprised me was us getting rid first off, Rhonda, I did have a great day. Just got back from Wisconsin Dells with my family. I hope you are having a great day as well. Appreciate you always watching and hanging out here with us. But the one that surprised me, I think, for the Packers was getting rid of Nate Hobbs. And I don't I say that in kind of in a good way. I think the ability to just say, okay, hey, this isn't a good fit for us, even if it means that we're taking a pretty like the even if it means that it's not like financially not a good decision, right? Like you are admitting that you made a mistake by making the signing. I think it's better to do that rather than just continue eating crow on a contract that's not a good fit for you. So I don't know. It's a weird decision or a weird dynamic, but I was happy to see that. And that doesn't mean that Nate can't go on and have like a good, good future of his career by any means. I just think that sometimes it's not a good fit, maybe necessarily where you're at right now. We've seen that happen with a lot of players. He could go on and have a really good career. Look at Eric Stokes, man. All right. All right, Steven Freeman. Come on, man. Put your hands up at least. Come on. Look at Eric Stokes. He struggled with Green Bay. He struggled to stay on the field, and we just didn't get anything, much out of him. And with Oakland or LA now, he did really well. He did really well with them, and they re-signed him. I don't know what happens now with the Max thing. Maybe he's going to hit free agency again, but they re-signed him, and then good on him. Oh boy, I don't know where I was going with that one. Let's see here. Maybe I shouldn't have trusted our defense. Chad says, you hear tornado signs going off. Are you one, going into the basement, two, going outside to check it out? Well, if it's during my live show, I'm already in the basement, so we're doing well there. I would just hope that my wife and kiddo would join me. I think it just depends the situation. Like if I'm at home by myself, then maybe I go outside and take a look. I honestly, I think I've only ever really went into the basement one time as a homeowner, and that was like one of the worst storms that I've ever seen. But other than that, I usually just chill, and I'm kind of close to the windows or whatever, or not close to the windows, kind of close to keeping an eye on it so I can see what's going on, or kind of close to my basement. Joshua, shocker up the middle, beats us again. Tale as old as time, my friend. Try to do a little bit more man here. I feel like they're tearing me apart on zone. And then they tear me apart on man. So what do I know? Boy, we need to get out. We need to hold them to 3. A turnover would be ideal. I don't think we're getting it though. We've only gotten 1 turnover so far in this game. Um, that I will say with my delay on things, that is where it gets really hard is the open field. Like I over pursue. Oh boy, they're gonna go for. I don't know. They're kicking the field goal. Interesting. Kirby says go outside and take a look is such a Midwest answer. Man, isn't it though? Boy, that's interesting that they didn't even try for the. All right, I guess we'll take it. Oh, we got him right where we want him though, guys. Because I'm gonna fair catch this and we're gonna throw a Hail Mary. We got him right where we want him. Oh, I guess I can't fair catch it. It didn't let me. They're lucky this time. Man, my whole week is really thrown off. We went down to the Dells on Sunday. My wife, son, and I just to do a little short vacation, and just man, just so thrown off. I feel like it's a Sunday night, and yet I'm here doing this. I kept forgetting that I'm like, oh, I got to do my show. Got to do my show. All right, let's huck 'em, chuck 'em a little bit. I know, I know Tully and why isn't Dakota in at all on these? That's what I want to know. He's not hurt. I don't understand. Here, I got an idea. Maybe that fixes whatever. That's why we're losing. We got Dakota out on the sidelines when we need him in. Kirby's down there somewhere. Still not catching though, Kirby. Still not catching, man. Maybe Tully actually has some hands. We gotta try to. We cannot afford to go 3-and-out here. Being down 17-7. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Dakota's still not in, man. I don't know what's going on here. I might have to make him another player. All right, here we go. Kirby over the middle. Look at that. Look at that. Change his number and he starts performing a little bit. Still has to be wide open. No one within a like a 5-mile radius of him to catch, but it's progress. Let's clear this out. See if we can't get Tully on his own. We're going Kirby way high. Oh, Tully actually caught the ball too. We got a couple guys catching. Let's see what we got here. PA boot. I don't think this is gonna matter, but at least I can give away. Like seriously, why aren't you? I don't understand why you're not in at all, Dakota. Oh God, they didn't buy that at all. But we're taking it. Hurdle. Not a good idea. Like I don't like. I really. I don't. I don't understand. I don't think he's hurt because we have injuries off. It legitimately makes 0 sense that he's just not playing. Did you piss off the coach here? Look at that. I changed his roster and he's still or his spot on the depth chart still not in. And then his dude that's in there can't catch either. So I don't know, man. I don't get it. You must have pissed off the coach. I don't know what kind of glitch we Tolly Dakota's on a 1-game suspension. Dude must be. Oh man, I ran right into him. I don't think it's because you're the slot. Like I've moved you around. Let me try. I should check the medical center, but I'm pretty sure I have because you're the slot receiver here. You should still be in because All right, let's see if that does anything. We need to spend a crucial timeout because we need Dakota in the game. Still not in. I have no idea, man. That's pretty silly, though. All right, 4th and 1. If you can't gain a yard, you don't deserve to be champions. And I don't like this play call I did. Not sure I like this one any better, but look at that. MJ's there. Dude, I don't know what happened. Why'd you piss off the coach? Look at that. Tully. Ron's in for 2 now. We got Ron, his first multiple touchdown game of the season. Don't call it over yet, boys. At least you're 2 for 2 on extra points, Dakota. Maybe there's something a glitch with that, like having 2 players with the almost identical name. Maybe that's part of the issue. I don't think this name is the same. No, it's not, but it's close. I saw a question. I missed it. Joshua said, "What veteran QB do you want to back up Love?" I wouldn't be surprised if they go out and they just draft one, but you know, I could see them also going after kind of another one of those castaway wide receivers, quarterbacks out there, and just trying to do something with them. Wouldn't it be funny if they went out and got like Will Levis, right? Traded for him from the Titans. Oh wow, I have a QB spy on him, and I still fall for it. But like a Will Levis type or Anthony Richardson or something like that, where another quarterback that's kind of been a castaway and had the talent in college, and now you bring them back in and bring them into your program and see if you can't get something done. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I wouldn't be surprised either if they drafted someone. I think it's such a hard thing to have a valuable backup quarterback that you can plug and play and not feel like you're missing a lot of opportunities. We had with Malik, he had such a unique skill set that, oh my gosh, 42. I almost thought it was Ty Summers, but that was 44. I don't know who 42 is, but he might not be there much longer, if you know what I mean. You can't be dropping balls like that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what unfolds, but 2027 is looking to be good with all these draft picks. That's for sure. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not good. Not good. Oh, Dakota's holding out for more money. Dude, I don't know what kind of glitch we have going on while you're not in the game. I didn't check the injury report. Let me check that. I have injuries off. Oh, there you have it. Somehow you broke your collarbone. Must have been in preseason or something like that. But you have a broken collarbone. There's the mystery. We solved it. I did not think that we could have injuries, so there must be something wrong with it. So sorry, you are out with a broken collarbone, man. Call you Aaron Rodgers. All right, we need a turnover here because this is not going pretty here. We cannot get this dude down. Every time we hit him, it feels like he's just getting it out. All right, let's get a big play here. Oh, a screen. Let's go. Is that Joshua that cleaned that one up? I feel like it was. Maybe it was Steve. It might have been Steve too. All right. This is Ron's time to shine. Ron's got ice in his veins. Chad's a broken collarbone riding the bench. Yeah, Joshua, I did send the house on a blitz, and then they hit me with the they hit me with a screen, which did not help my case either. Let's we gotta audible this. See if we can't hit Kirby deep. Oh, I don't think that's happening. All right, here we go. Here we go. I was worried that a guy was going to come down and pop me, so I just did a safe catch just to keep the yardage. Dude, can you stop taunting? Let's go. That's your job to catch it. Ron's throwing you darts out here. It's your job to catch it. No one on this team can catch, so someone needs to. MJ getting stuffed at the 1 yard gain here. Oh, boy. All right. They did not buy that. Just got it off in time. Jordy's out here getting some yardage. What do you guys think is going to happen with this whole trade dynamic? Do you think the Cowboys are still going to keep Gary trade, or do you think they're going to back out now? I'm curious on what you think is going to happen there. Oh boy, dude, that guy should have picked it and took it the other way. All right, says we should punt it. I don't think we're going to. 3 minutes is not a lot of time here. I don't like this play call. I'd much rather do something on a slant. We're gonna get Tully going a slant as well. Hopefully one of them is open. Get this guy going. I don't know. Terrible read. Terrible decision. Ah, that's on me. Maybe I should have hit a punt. I don't play Madden for a living. It's fine. It's fine. This is not too serious. You got to have some bumps in the road if you're gonna do big things, right? You can't coast to a perfect season. We saw how that went for the Steelers or for the Patriots. Steelers. Confirmed medical for Crosby. Do teams still want him? I guess it's one of those things that it's odd though, because it's like, yeah, he has medical, but didn't he just have surgery? Like, at what point, like what's the medical spot of it? You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's the tough part. It's I would kind of expect some medical issues if he's still kind of doing his surgery thing. All right, we still got the 2-minute warning. We can maybe stop them on oh yeah, Ty, we didn't even talk about that. Ty said that Romeo Doubs signing with the Patriots. He got paid too. I didn't. Let's go. 67. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, now we really need our defense to show up here. 67's gassed. Let's go. Attaboy, big man. The face does not fit the body frame there. 17-20. All right, Dakota, this is a big thing for you. We need to make this kick. I get the yips often, but not this time. All right, 4-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. I also want to remind you guys, we are going to be doing our season. We've been doing GM mode after we play the game. And in our season, we traded away Edgerrin Cooper for a first-round pick because we did not have the money to sign him or re-sign him. And it landed us a 4th overall pick. So we need some decisions to be made here. It looked like a right tackle is up there as far as options or recommended thing for us to select. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here, but more to come here. Anyway, we're talking about Romeo Doubs. Big contract for him. Tough shoes to fill for him coming in trying to replace like the Stephon Diggs. I don't know if they're planning. They probably have a plan outside of that, but tough shoes to fill. But good for him. I'm happy that Romeo got paid. You know, I saw a lot of people like, I don't know, still dumping on him over the special teams thing of like missing the onside kick, and just let it go. Let the dude be happy. The dude never, oh boy, we are getting torched on defense. What is this, the 2011 Packers? Except we don't have a firepower offense either. So you know, the dude just went in, played, did his thing. He like didn't come with a ton of baggage. He was just, he just showed up with his Guardian cap every day, ready to work. I don't know. I'm a big Dobbs guy. I like Romeo. I think he's just a great dude all around. Um, I hope, I wish him nothing but the best in New England. All right, boys. We got to get a sack. We got to get something. Keep them in bounds. Keep the clock rolling. Whew. All right, here. Now there's a guy we need in this. Yeah, we need something here. Dude, we cannot. Oh my gosh! How do you? I just hit my head on my wall. How do you drop that? What are we doing? This truly is a Packers team, man. You have opportunities to end the game, and we say, "Nah, let's just keep it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going." Oh, Steven says game. Get down, Steven. I don't know if Steven's watching tonight, but he called game. If so, nice job, man. Nice job. Whew. They gotta make it you gotta make it stressful. All right. MJ, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Joshua Capers prevent defense. Dude, that's how it feels, right? You just let them drive. Should be able to kind of kneel this out in a way. All right, what do we got? 40 seconds. There's 46 on the clock. All right, here's my idea, guys. Clock management. We are going to spike the ball. We're going to spike the ball with 6 seconds left. And then we're going to do a huck 'em, chuck 'em, see if we can't get one to Kirby. That can only go well, right? We certainly won't have a strip sack or anything like that. So, game's not over yet, Joshua. Game's not over yet. All right, 7 seconds. It's a fourth down. This is such a stupid decision on my part. This is such a stupid decision on my part. But it's just a game. It's fine. All right, Kirby, Tully. I still can't Dregs, what do we got going on here? All right. Huck it. Kirby's down there somewhere. Hey, at least he caught the ball. We're padding stats. Hey, what do we get here? Down but not out. We got an achievement. Win a game where you're behind at the start of the fourth quarter. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen. Ty says it's going to be a cool game when we play Malik Willis. You mean the AFC Packers, Ty? Jeff Halfley, their new GM who comes from our staff. Malik, and Lord knows who else is going to be there with him. It will be cool. It'll be a lot of fun though. I don't care. Get out of here. I don't care about this crap. I'm just trying to see who the player of the week is. All right. Kirby's acting like he did something. Let's go, baby. Y'all are welcome. I think you should be, maybe saying sorry to Ron for all these drops. Where were you all game long? You come in when the game's won. All right. We have a rivalry game, ladies and gentlemen. 1-3 Bears and the 3-1 Packers. More to do there. Here's that giveaway link once again. We are going to be doing that giveaway at the end of the show. So we got to do the season now. This is the meat and potatoes part of it. Before we do anything, I need to thank the people that make this possible, right? My friends over at Nicolet Law make these giveaways possible. So a quick shout out to my friends at Nicolet Law, the Midwest personal injury law firm that actually shows up when you need help. If you've been hurt in a crash, a fall, or another accident, the last thing you want to deal with is insurance companies and paperwork. Nicolet Law helps take that off your plate. They walk you through your options, handle the insurance companies, and fight to get you what's fair. No upfront fees, no guesswork, just local attorneys who have your back. Call 1-855-NICOLET or visit nicoletlaw.com. Huge thank you to them. I can't say that enough. Without them, I would not be able to do this. So, all right, let's get into the this is always a fun part too, the season. So we are the 4th overall pick here. We ended, I think we are heading into free agency. The Bengals just lost to the Falcons in the Super Bowl. We are heading into 2028. If it's your first time watching, we are acting solely as GM. We don't play anything. We are just negotiating players. We are simming things. Joshua Jacobs, we cannot re-sign. We just cannot afford it. We have $64 million in cap. He would cost us alone, what, $19 million over 2 years? I don't know that I can justify that on a running back, can I? Okay, he's not interested in signing that. Can't say we didn't try. Matthew Golden, this is if we want to accept his 5th-year option at $35 million. I don't think I'm going to. Javon Bullard, let's try for Evan. He keeps rejecting us. Yep, Evan's trying to leave us in free agency. Doesn't mean we can't get him as a free agent. Rashawn, I think we're letting Rashawn walk. He's 30 years old at this point. It would cost us $20 million for a season. I can't do that. We got other plans. Jordan Morgan, negotiating 25 over 2 years. That's not terrible for a guard. 80 overall guard. Let's see if we can't give him a little less. Hey, okay. MJ says, I have a dream job of being a GM. Dude, I do not want to be a GM. I feel like being an NFL GM would be god awful. Like, if you think about it, every move you make is going to be so micromanaged. Good things you do don't matter because people just dog you on everything that you failed at. So I don't know, man. You need to win a Super Bowl every 3 to 5 years as a GM for people to act like you're a good GM. It's just, I don't know. That sounds like a terrible time. Let's see what free agents we have. Josh Jacobs, once again, $19 million over 2 years. He's a 30-year-old running back at this point. All right, we're gonna offer him. We're gonna bump him down a little bit to make it even worse for us. A Mike linebacker, Jack Campbell, 28 years old. What's he? $20 million per year. Hoof. There's no chance I can afford this. There's no chance. We have some guys coming up that I think are going to be really expensive. Cooper DeJean, $22 million a year. Can't afford that. Xavier Worthy. Dude, I can't afford any of these. $19 million per year. I have $42 million in cap space. Should I sign him just to make Dakota happy? Brandon Aubrey at $7 million a year. I can't even afford a kicker. All right, realistically, where are we at in this team? Let's see what we need. Let's look at our is this going to tell me? All right, so we need a left tackle. A right tackle looks great. Left tackle looks like an area of need. Running back we need. Well, we have an 82. Does that say 80? Yeah, we have an 82 overall. So maybe it's not a huge area of need. Wide receiver Matthew Golden's on his last year. Savion's 82. So we look good there, right? So we need a left tackle. Left tackle is probably our biggest need. Tight end is a younger guy we just drafted. The safety we need that. We have a 68 overall safety. We need a Mike linebacker because we have an 82 overall Mike linebacker. Defensive tackles are a huge need. Really weak there. Left edge, really weak at. So we need left edge, D tackles, free safety. I'm not going to remember all of this. Fullback, I don't care about. Left tackle, okay. So Jack Campbell is a Mike linebacker. We need a Mike linebacker. I'm going to offer him 20 million. Let's just see what we can do. That's extremely stupid. I also need a free safety. We have a 4th overall draft coming up. Expected value of 22 million. All right, let's get an older guy. Maybe we can make an offer here. All right, and then we need D tackles. We need D tackles like nobody's business. $21 million. This is the expected amount for a single year. Let's make an offer on this guy. I don't know. This is a rough one. Let's see if we can get anything. MJ says, question, favorite childhood moment that you would love to teach your own child? Oh man, that's a great question, MJ. I think if there's one thing, boy, that's a tough one. Like if there's one thing that if I could kind of give my son that I experienced in childhood without some of the negative repercussions of, is to fall in love with the idea of skateboarding. And I think that sounds odd in a way, but skateboarding is such a weird mental game. You can do it solo, which is great, but you still have like a somewhat of a team dynamic around you. Like a lot of my good friends, Dakota in here, him and I met through skateboarding. A lot of my good friends and I would skateboard together, and the hype that friends would have when you landed something was like no other. Along with that, I think skateboarding teaches you how to deal with so much failure, hours and hours and weeks, days, weeks, months, years of failure to land one trick and that one moment of success, and so much like pain and injury and setbacks just to get that one trick, and the dopamine high from landing that one trick. I still remember, to this day, I still remember the exact moment I landed my very first kickflip. I was at my friend Scott's birthday party, 7th grade. I'd been trying to learn kickflips for weeks. I had a bruise on my ankle the size of a softball from every time I was trying to pull my foot back in. I was hitting the side of the board, and I finally landed my first one. This is over 20 years now, almost 25 years ago now, and I still remember that exact moment of where I was and what was happening. So I think if there's one thing I would love to give my son, is that valuable lesson of that work ethic that goes behind skateboarding, and the trials and tribulations, and the constant grinding to move just a little bit better. I don't know, but it's a frustrating thing. Comes with a lot of injuries, but I love that question, man. That was a fun one. Steven, late to the party, dude. You missed it, Steven. You had the game sealing interception. They were driving to win the game, and you called game. I'm happy you're here, but I was giving you props. I was hyped up. All right, we've signed a D tackle and a free safety. Did Jack Campbell sign? He did sign with the Texans. All right, we need to see if we can't get a mic. All right, let's see who's available. Greenlaw's available, 84 overall. He's 31 years old. Expected 23 and a half. Steven, go ahead and rewind, dude. I'm not even kidding. You called game on that one. I was pretty hyped. And then you weren't even here. All right, we're gonna try to get Dre Greenlaw in the building. I don't know that we're gonna have much beyond that, but we do have the 4th overall pick. I'm hoping we could get a stud left tackle at 4th overall. All right, did we get him? All right, so we got a Mike, we got a D tackle. We do probably need another D tackle. We have 22 million in cap space. Our defensive line is atrocious right now. He's older. This is such a bad idea. Just oh, he's gone. Okay. 14 over a year. It's such a bad idea. Hey, Devontae. Yeah, dude, let's see if we can't bring Devontae home. Let's see if we can't bring Devontae home. And then we're gonna go into draft. Do we take a left tackle? We're gonna have 2 first round picks. So I'm curious, do we take a left tackle? Let's see what the private workouts are saying here. Left tackle is the number 1 overall prospect. We do have one here as well. So I don't know. I don't know. Or if we should take a how do I select him? Okay. Or if we should take a right tackle and try to make him a left tackle. It's a tough dilemma. I feel like we need to. Let's look at our free agency recap. Hey, we got D Wyatt. Okay, so we got 2 D tackles. Our big weakness right now is that left tackle spot. All right, let's start this draft. Or do I try to trade up and take the number 1 overall pick? I don't think we do that. 4th overall. Let's make our selection. So we have the 29th overall and we have the 4th overall. We have a right tackle here. I do not care about acceleration. I want good strength, and this dude does not have it, which is concerning to me. He can be a fast tackle, but to me, that's just not it. Wide receiver, he's elite at jumping and strength. That's not helping me. Man, I'm concerned here. I'm concerned that I don't want to stretch and take that right tackle. This guy's a second to third round talent. Boy, that's pretty concerning that these guys just aren't what we're expecting here. And if this is the guy, this guy looks solid. Great strength, elite change of direction, elite agility. This guy looks like the guy, but he's what? The projected 16th overall pick. So here's my thought. Who has the 10th overall pick? And let's see if we can't trade down. Let's give up this 4th. Find who has the 10th overall pick. 11th could potentially work. I'd take like 8th, 9th, or 10th. Okay, Patriots. And then Patriots are also going to give us. Let's just try to humor us and see if we can't get another 1 and a 3rd. We're not super far off. All right, we're going to go to see who has the 9th pick. Okay, we're kind of further off with them. Who has the 10th pick? Spending a ton of time on this. I'm sorry, guys. This probably isn't the most exciting thing to watch. I saw the 11th pick. I could go back and try to get that. I'm curious. Okay. I want to see if we just can't get a bonus first rounder from this. All right, let's go find that 11th pick. I don't want to go too far, right? Because I feel like the further down you go, the more you risk not having your guy there. So is it the Cowboys that I already forget who had the 8th pick? I'm going to just try to move down like a handful of picks to like 9 and see if we can't double up. Patriots. And then have them give us, maybe we can do it this way. Boy, they're not really budging on that at all. All right. I guess that's not going to help us here. I mean, I suppose we're only moving down 4 picks for them. Boy, people are being stingy here. I think we might just take our guy. Let's just take our guy. I guess we're not gonna play around with it and just try to get another pick. And then is this guy right? Chad Jowers. All right, Chad. This guy better be a stud. We need a strong left tackle. 35. Oh boy, that was that was about as bad as it could have went. Sweet. Awesome. Great. All right, let's make another. Maybe we can get another left tackle. See if we can't redeem ourselves. No point in rushing it though. Boy, I screwed the pooch on that one. See, that's the thing that would happen is if I were a GM, dude, everyone would be calling for my head right now. Like, it would be bad. All right, wide receiver, elite speed. This might be our guy. Yeah, we're gonna take this wide receiver. Matthew Golden's gonna be leaving in free agency. Look at this. We took him at 9th overall. He's the 9th overall talent. All right, we kind of redeemed ourselves with that one. We're not going to have anyone there to protect Love, but you know. All right, it's tight end. We just drafted a tight end, but when they make themselves known, dude's first in like everything, elite in everything. How do you not take this guy? Not bad, 58th. Okay. So far this is a better pick or draft than last time, but I really screwed the pooch with that left tackle at 4th overall. That was a pretty bad decision on my part. We need a D tackle, but I don't want to rush it either. All right, let's look at the side. Let's look at the physicals. I feel like at a certain point when I get down here, I should almost just sim it through because I'm just doing guessing anyways. Might as well let the computer guess at that point. Cornerback with elite jumping, good speed, which is not really what you want out of cornerback. What's this guy? Elite, edge, jumping, don't care. Elite strength out of an edge. Slow and bad at everything else. It's tough. So this is why I would not be a good GM. I am not. Let's take one of these D tackles. Solid. Jimmy Leonard. Isn't he supposed to be playing defensive? Isn't he a coach rather than speed? Great, decent strength, good agility, solid. Or this guy, DJ Madison. I feel like we got to take the first guy. Well, there's one other D tackle. Let's take a look at this guy. Great speed, good strength, good, solid. Block shedding. It's not great. You want a D tackle, I'd imagine that has some decent block shedding anyway. Both of them are not the greatest, if we're being honest. Whatever. We're spending too much time on it. Oh boy. That was a really bad. That was a really bad pick on my end. Oh my. Dude, we are not doing well here. I'm gonna get fired as GM at this point. Now I'm just overcompensating, trying to get. All right, let's just skip ahead to the end of this draft. I'm doing a terrible job. We're in the 5th round anyway, I think. So not great when we take a let's see what that right tackle would have been. The one that I was like, oh, but 75 overall for a left tackle as a rookie, he can work his way up. That's not terrible. The wide receiver 77 overall, which is great. But let's look at what that right tackle was that I was trash talking. All right. This is the guy I was like trash talking here. 74 overall. Honestly, the right tackle or the left tackle we took is better overall. So we'll see what happens. All right. If you remember last year or in the previous season, we made it to the NFC Championship game. We lost to the Falcons. I feel like we shored up some holes here. So let's go to the I'm not going to do preseason. I'm not going to waste our time with preseason cuts. It's fine. I'll let the computers figure that out. Not really doing my job as GM, but I feel like drafting free agents are the kind of the fun part with this. But I think this is where we're going to really kind of get some tough goes. Dude, why do I have so many quarterbacks on this team? Holy cow. All right. We're going to go mid-year and see where we're at. Advance week. Let's go to mid-season. I'm scared to see who we're going to have as free agents because the free agents are going to start to get really expensive. I don't know if this is the year that Jordan is a free agent. And if it is, then we're really in trouble because I think he wants like a $75 million a year. We are right now 5-2. All right, let's look at players ready to negotiate. Jordan Love. Oh boy. All right. Do we even have the cap to do this? 60 million per year. Oh boy, we're not going to get Jordan, are we? Matthew Goen, sorry, we can't afford you. Nate Hobbs. Dude, how did Nate Hobbs get so strong? First and foremost, I need to re-sign. I need to re-sign Jordan. But the problem is I think I'm going to be at the trade deadline here at the end of this before I can even get to that point. So I don't think we're going to be able to trade Jordan anyway. Oh boy, Jordan, you're going to get expensive, aren't you? Oh, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's an expensive. All right, so it says we have 81 million in cap space. I think we got to go. We got to try to re-sign Nate Hobbs. We're going to let walk. Quay, 25 million. I don't know. CV's relatively cheap, especially as a 26-year-old. So let's try to get him in here. Okay. Baron Sorrell, 78 overall. Devontae, he can walk. These guys can walk. A lot of these are free agents, one year guys. All right, guys, I like our chances here. What do you think on Quay or Nate? Nate for a year. Oh boy. We can think on that. We don't need to make a decision right now. We can think about that next time. All right, we're gonna go to the end of the season. Let's see if we can get to the postseason. I'm running way over time already, so I apologize here, guys. I'm just kind of talking to myself a lot. I hope this is somewhat entertaining. I think the GM mode's really fun if you're doing it yourself because it's a lot of like guesswork in this. I don't know. All right. So we are in the wild card. We are the 10-7, taking on the 9-8 Bucks. Kirby, if you're down, I'll restructure my deal to be team friendly, sharp some money. That's what we need. We need more of that. We need more selfless guys on this team. I would never restructure money. I would and just like that, our season comes to an end. Boy, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. Just goes to show, like, I feel like we made a lot of really strong moves and we still could not make it anywhere. That's a frustrating one. Like that's the tough part about being a GM. Everyone rags on the GM, but that's a tough one. You can put rosters together that you feel are going to be ones that you win. We have the Super Bowl, the Browns versus the Rams. Let's take a look at our yearly award. No surprise. Burrow wins another MVP. I think that's like his 9th MVP. Coach of the year, Kellen Moore with the 49ers. We have the NFC offensive player of the year is Broderick Starks. Don't even know what he is, but that's cool. Defensive player of the year, Jalen Carter. Offensive rookie of the year, DeMarcus Wall. Clay Aiken, defensive rookie of the year. None of my guys are scratching the list. We have some Packers down here scratching the list, but not even close. Best quarterback, Brock Purdy. Bucky Irving. Broderick Starks, again. Wide receiver. So none of my guys are even making the list here, which is a shame. Not a great way for the season to go. But, that's why we got next season. Signing Jordan to that extreme contract is probably not ideal, but you have to do it. He's a great quarterback in here. It says we have $60 million in salary cap. Mike is going to be coming up on free agency. And let's take a look at no, we're not gonna get into that. We've already gone far over our time. I appreciate you guys immensely. Really. This has been fun, but let's do this giveaway before I forget about that. All right. Let's do this giveaway. That's why you guys are all hanging out anyway. I almost forgot about the giveaway, if we're being honest. I'm still kind of outside of my routine on things. So let's get going here. Getting the names here. All right. Favorite question tonight. Rhonda says, will you please register me? Yes, Rhonda, I can get you. Let me make sure you're not in here already. All right, Rhonda, you are there. Favorite one tonight, I'm going to go MJ. I feel like MJ's question about the lesson for my son was a really fun one. So a lot of great questions though. But I don't think I have any duplicates. MJ, I got you on your duplicate here. Let's stop sharing this screen and let's share the giveaway wheel. Cash is watching it and says I'm a poop head. Well, tell Cash that's why his dad never wins these giveaways. Let him know. All right, good luck, everyone. 1 through what do we got? 21 entries. We got MJ with the duplicate. So good luck, everyone. Jay, you were in. Oh my gosh, the rich gets richer. Mr. Tully, 1 through 50, up or down for me, please. The Tullys rigged this thing like no tomorrow. See, everyone says, oh, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged. Like if I were rigging it, I wouldn't rig it so blatantly that it would just be the Tully wheel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'd slide one to Sway Coda every once in a while, or, Steven just got the game stealing interception. You think I'd kick one back to him. All right, Mr. Tully. 1 through 50, up or down. The rich get richer. I'll add it to the stack of giveaway winnings I have in my basement. I don't know. Maybe he stopped watching, Maybe he stopped watching. 14 and down. All right. The rich get richer. Mr. Tully. 14. You can't see it because it blows it out, but you'll be able to see the prize. Mr. Tully, you got yourself a $40 Packer Pro Shop gift card. Congratulations. Nice score for you there. Thank you all for hanging out and watching with me. I really can't say how much I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I hope to see you same time, same place next Tuesday. The Tullys I know are on vacation, so I don't think we'll see them. So they probably won't win next weekend, but you never know. But yeah, appreciate you guys all immensely. And as always, go Pack Go.